It's one of my favorite seasons. I think Alana Brophy could compete. She just ran over here. I was really impressed by that.
Listen, there isn't a sport I wouldn't try my hand in. I'm just telling you, 10 years, I'm going to get really good at curling.
Oh,
you heard it here
Okay,
first. I just broke the news. I feel like I love Olympic season. It is good stuff. And when it's really hot out, it's nice to get indoors and kind of enjoy. Yeah, you've got to be able to do that because we have the heat and it's going to make a big return.
Oh boy.
We begin though in the mountains where you get to beat the heat a little bit. Happy Monday, folks. I guess part of me still wants to be up in the high country, right? Do it for the weekend and then you're back down in the valleys. But as we look towards the valleys, you see that wildfire smoke. That's the view from Snowbird. And you know the Wasatch Mountains actually dealing with critical fire danger right now. We've got red flag warnings in effect that are going to hold until 10 p.m. tomorrow. So a heads up there. That's for the entire mountainous regions throughout the state. So the Central Mountains, Grand Staircase into the Southern Mountains, and some of our valleys in south central Utah. Our southwest flow in place. You probably noticed that the wind is gusting out there. We've got dry conditions as a system moves to the north of us, and that's going to keep temperatures at bay. Right now it's 96 in Salt Lake. Logan not wanting to report, but they just hit 90. Close to average, 94 in Ogden and Provo, 99 in St. George, where the upslope with that southwesterly flow will often cool temperatures. Along the Wasatch Front, we're going to turn into the 80s with our smoke-filled skies wanting to stick around. Hazy conditions. By 10, 81. They're going to be ready for the news with those mild conditions and cooling off into the overnight. Live view from Utah Lake where folks are cooling off. No, the ducks are. Look at them just on the beach in Linden. You look towards the lake mountains and you see those hazy skies. Visibility impacted, and it's not our wildfire smoke that's impacting us. Well, we do see that on the local level, but the grand scheme of things, that smoke into the upper levels due to those fires in California. You can see those thicker plumes. I'm going to put our futurecast smoke model into motion, and you're going to see how that thicker smoke arrives in the northwestern corner of the state and West Desert, and as we head into the overnight, will impact portions of the Wasatch Front. We also have hazy conditions in southeastern Utah, south central Utah, and when we're seeing in that clearing, it's that southwesterly wind. It's pushing that smoke out of the region and allowing for a little bit of clearing in places like Castle Country, Cedar City, down towards St. George, and the I-70 corridor. But don't get too comfortable because that wildfire smoke, we will continue to battle it, as well as air quality will be impacted by it. Heading into tomorrow, unhealthy air for sensitive groups from Weber County to Utah County, Box Elder County to Willa County, and then moderate air for northeastern Utah and Cache Valley. It's ozone and elevated particulate matter, and that's going to be an issue. As we look at our long-range futurecast, I want to show you what's happening here. High pressure is something we're keeping an eye on because, forewarning you, the heat is making a big comeback. But we've got a system to our north. This trough is on the move. Now, when these two are close to each other, we get a pressure gradient that increases the winds. That's why fire danger is high. But this is going to track east, and eventually we're going to see that high pressure, which is retrograding, cross and move back over Utah. Here we go into our Friday. As that high pressure centers up over the Beehive State, we bring back triple digits to the Wasatch Front as well as southern Utah. As it heads east, that southerly flow will bring monsoon moisture back into the picture with the chance of some thunderstorms. This is as we move into August, folks. Here we are wrapping up the month, and you see a little bit of moisture in our long-range model by Saturday afternoon, mainly tied to the higher terrain, but that monsoon moisture does make a return. That high pressure cranks our temperatures above average for the Wasatch Front as well as southern Utah, so a heads up there. We're going to jump above seasonal norms, which are starting to drop a little bit. It's 95 in Salt Lake. Hazy conditions with 80s and 90s for your Tuesday on deck. We're going to see 92 in Price, 90 in Cedar City, and 102 in St. George. Looking at the next 7 days, that heat really starts to build back quickly with the chance of moisture. Sunday and Monday in southern Utah, the Wasatch Front, looking at a slew of triple-digit days and possibly a record into Saturday.